Like herpes, the gift that keeps on giving. And that's not cool. What? I'm just saying.
I'm sorry, that's not funny. Oh.
The worker, she worth it. Go girl, go girl, go girl, ambition. Go girl, go girl, go girl, go girl, go girl.
Anyway, that's what I was saying because the video cut off. But he did so much sick stuff to all these women that he literally sat here and had 3 kids of his own. Like, I get it. According, like, he wasn't the best father. He was pretty much a provider. He wasn't a father. He was a provider.
Right.
But my thing is, even if you're just a provider, you should still have like some type of emotional connection with your kids. So I just don't. I can't believe that as a father, like you helped birth these 3 kids, that you didn't have like no type of.
He helped create them.
Like, he helped create them, but he didn't help raise. He gave them money. That was about it. But here's my thing though, like, it was never a thought in your mind that, wow, I have kids, what if somebody were to do the same thing I'm doing to my kid? Like, that never crossed his mind.
But like you said, he's a provider. Any fool can stick his penis into any woman. Okay? Anybody can do that. Any woman can hop on a man. But it takes morals and all that to have the thought of, okay, I brought this child into the world. I'm going to be responsible for them and their actions. I'm going to be a good parent. Like you said, in his life, when all this stuff was going on with him, when it dawned on him, like, hey, I want to be a better parent to my children, way better than my mother and father were to me, and would not allow anybody to do the things that somebody has done to me to do to them. Period. I just never really understood that. They be like, what is it? The ones that get hurt, they do what? They do the same shit?
Or something like that.
Whatever the fuck it is. Like you went through it, so now you about to sick that onto somebody else? I just never got that. I just never understood it.
No, and it just, I don't know.
If y'all hear noise in the background, that's my dad. He is so freaking clumsy. I don't know what the deal is.
Sorry. But no, I was just saying that because it's like, just thinking about that, I'm like, because I have a very, very close relationship with my father. I'm not gonna lie, at times there were some rocky points, but I'm very close to my father. Like, we can talk about anything. And most of our conversations have always been about relationships because, he's like, I just always worry about you because this, that. Pretty much like, because I ain't got a boyfriend by now.
Stuff.
My point to that is like, I would just remember the stories my dad would tell me. Of course, he didn't go into detail, but he would just be like, how now that he has 2 daughters, he felt bad because, like, as a teenager, he was the typical male. Like, the point with that is just like, he said, just from doing all that, he'd be damned. Like, he would go to jail if a dude did that to his daughter. So it's like, from there, like, that's how me and my sister were raised to be the young ladies we are today, because he was like, I don't want my 2 daughters to be like how these women are. He even told me, he was like, most of the women he dated, single mother home, didn't have no father figure. Most of them already had kids from other relationships. Like,
very salacious young ladies.
And he refused to have girls to do that because he said he just couldn't
refuse to do what?
Be like that.
Oh, refuse to have daughters like that.
Yeah, especially because, like, for me, my parents were married when I was born. They didn't get married till I was 6.
Right.
What's that? No, 5. They didn't get married till I was 5. But my dad told me, like, as soon as he knew my mom was pregnant, he wasn't just about to leave her. I could have been a kid without a father. I could have been a single mother home. But because of the man my father is, he said right then and there, he was like, I'm going to be the best dad to my kids that I could ever be.
Right.
And that's just who he was. So that's why I'm like, just hearing what R. Kelly did, I'm just like, I don't understand where that part of his
Where's the disconnect?
Yeah, where is the disconnect? Because, like,
if
I have kids,
I guess it all really depends on, like you said, just what, I don't know. I mean, I don't know the mind of a sick person like that. But it's like, yeah, like, why wouldn't you have that compassion to be like, hey, whatever I done went through as a child, I don't want my children to go through that.
Or I don't want to do that to other people's kids.
Exactly. Like, why would you want to do that to somebody
Because
else?
why would I want to do that to somebody else's kids, but if somebody did that to my kids, I'd be mad.
Exactly. Like, that just don't make no sense. That's just so weird to me. People be like, oh, it's their kid, it's cool. Oh, but if it happened to my child, I gotta kick some ass. No. Be well-rounded and just think about it. Just freaking think about it. Like we were saying, you know, R. Kelly, he really needs to get certain things in order. He need to get his life together. Dude, you got kids out here, and they are upset with you. And at that, you got one that's a transgender. That one is really going through some shit, okay? But what you did is wrong at the end of the day. Yeah, Miss you genius. Yeah, your music is great. I ain't even gonna lie.
But
it's great. But that does not cover for the horrible things that you have done to these women, young ladies, what have you. It's like, dude, your tour manager, the security,
just anybody
whoever
who
else that was helping
you.
that whoever was helping you scout out these young ladies, they need their asses beat and they need to go to jail. Especially Andrea Kelly's brother, the security guard.
And the thing is, you let him.
Talking about, I was happy he wasn't found guilty. Nigga, what?
But yet you let your sister marry him.
That's because his dumbass honestly thought that R. Kelly didn't do it. That's why. He's a fucking idiot.
Bet you feel
But even if there was a whiff of that, my brother been like, oh no, y'all can't. No, it's not happening. Because even the allegation like that should put in your mind.
Question mark, red flag.
I shouldn't let my sister date somebody.
Flag on the play. We need to replay this.
So,
yeah. Another thing I want to hit on. I think this is like my last thought, unless I can think of something else. But when they was talking about the trial, and they had some of the jurors from the trial come on the show, and how some of them was like, I didn't believe the women. Cause remember he was like it was
the one wasn't like an old Hispanic man.
He was like old, like Asian Hispanic something, but he was like, I did not believe the women that were on trial because of how they looked and dressed and how they were speaking and acting. First off, my thing is because we don't have to act a stereotype. And I saw this post earlier. Just because somebody acts intellectual does not mean they're trying to act like a different race. Please let's just put that out there.
Yeah, I used to get it wasn't bullying, but I know at the time, I was very smart when I was a child. People would call me white because I spoke properly and I love reading books.
See, at least you got that.
Like,
I was called a Oreo. I was called a freaking Oreo. All because I went to a Catholic school. I got whatever I wanted. I spoke properly. If I cuss, even to this day, if I cuss, I don't sound right cussing.
Right, like she doesn't say motherfucker, she says motherfucker.
Shut up! See, I don't
say it like that.
Exactly. But it's like, I can't help it. I enunciate my words. It was just how I was taught and raised. I can't help it. Right. But my point is, like, you know, it's not to do better of trying to act stereotype and be the stereotypical whatever it is. Like, we don't have to be loud. Right. We don't have to speak ebonics all the time. Mm-hmm. And then to the juror, even though he's not going to watch this was made me mad. Just because a woman wears something does not, and I repeat, does not mean anything. It does not give a man an excuse to rape, touch, or anything. If I want to wear a skirt, then damn it, I'm gonna fucking wear a skirt. It does not give you permission to touch me inappropriately without my permission or rape me or anything. True. I can wear a bra outside, and that is my prerogative. That does not mean that y'all have the right or permission to do anything y'all want. That's like if y'all could be out here sagging and I see your ass or your boxers, or you could walk around with a wife beater or no shirt on, I see out of your man boobs, moobs, whatever, out of your fatness or your muscle, it don't matter. If y'all can walk around like that, why can't we walk around like that? And you know what? It's funny because it's like, I don't know, it's just that whole issue. We should be able to wear whatever we want without having to feel judged, without having to fear our life, just without no fear. But y'all can do it. I bet you if y'all walked around with y'all dicks out, it wouldn't be no problem. Well, of course, the police, that's public indecency. But
Oh my God, ew.
Can't talk about me no more. But anyways, but like if you was with a group of your dudes, they'd be like, okay, dude, put it away.
Wait,
but
can you imagine this dudes walking around and just flapping?
Anyway, my point is like that does not give the excuse for you to not listen to her opinion because of how she was dressed. But anyway, so I'm just saying like for the jury to say like how like just
How
for
the women
looked and how they was talking or acting. I don't know. It just really made me. It pissed me off.
It really grinds my gears.
It really grinds my gears when on the fact that because of your judgment of these women, that's the reason why he didn't get acquitted. And now years later, and that was in 2008 when he was acquitted. Now it's 2019. It's 11 years later, and you on here probably. I bet you feeling stupid because you could have charged a man with multiple counts of child. I think it was 21 to be exact. I can't remember. It was 21 and they put it down to 14. But pretty much like y'all pretty much could have arrested this man on multiple accounts of child pornography, and now you as a juror, because you didn't want to listen to the women because how they acted or dressed, didn't want to arrest him.
Right, like that's just crazy. I wonder, do that man have kids? And I wonder if something happened to his daughters, would they say the same thing, and would he get pissed off about it?
And see, that was the main question the whole time I was watching this series. I'm like, if y'all had kids, if y'all had daughters, would y'all be acting this way?
Back to Kelly. Well, R. Kelly.
I was like, you got any final ones? Because I said all I had to say.
My black people, love yourselves. Take care of yourselves. Most importantly, take care of your children. Because the generation of how things are going right now, it is very scary. And I just want the best for all of us. Anybody that knows me know I got a real big heart. And I don't love nothing more than to see people succeed and, you know, have a bountiful life. So when I see things like this R. Kelly situation, my heart goes out to people because it's like people are telling you you're a liar, you're worthless, you the scum at the bottom of my shoe, and that should never be an issue when it comes to somebody violating you. Everybody has rights. Everybody. And to the men out there, I'm sorry that society has made you seem like you always have to be a strong figure. You always got to be, you know? And the person that I was with, used to be, told me that, you know, somebody touched him as a child. And I feel like if more men came out telling their stories, I think a lot of you guys will feel a little bit of weight be lifted off your shoulders, because you don't deserve that to be happening to you either. It doesn't deserve to happen to nobody. Everybody should have the right to say yes or no. Everybody should. And that's my final thoughts.
I would say for me, my final thought is to the survivors, I commend you for telling your stories. Especially because even though it took so long for this to like come out, I'm actually happy that it actually did, because now, even though it took so long, it's finally getting some action behind it. To those that still support R. Kelly,
you're nuts.
That's what she said. I'm not gonna say you're nuts. I just pray and hope that one day you'll see. You take the blinders.
You'll see the filth. See past the filth.
You take your blinders off. That's all I'm gonna say. I just hope one day you are able to take your blinders off and see him for who he really is. To not only just the survivors, but to my black women out there, like 2019, this is definitely our year. And I hope that for this year, we all take it seriously because as you see, like, we're pretty much at the bottom totem pole because we're not only black, but we're also women. So now we're two minorities in one. And for us, I only say that because, like, as you saw last year, the Black Lives Matter movement came about because we was losing black men. Now, granted, to police brutality. Now, granted, we were losing a few black women, but as you notice, mostly the police brutality stories were mostly black men that were highlighted. So it's like, why is it that we always have to come last? So I only say this just to say, like, women, take 2019 and make this your year. Like, do something big. Take care of yourself. Like, let's put ourselves on a map and say, like, we're not going to take this no more because this is ridiculous. We shouldn't have to keep being the last people to try to climb out of a barrel of crabs. We have our own skills and talents and our own rights.
So much, what I'm sorry, it says, but so much show, people like to copy us. People like to copy us. Oh my God. What is that movie called? Some of the Body Snatchers? Alright.
Get out.
Okay.
So, like, look.
Well, I can't wait till us get out, girl. I mean, till us get out. I can't wait till us come out. I'm gonna go see that.
But anyways, like, we already started with, like, government. Like, there's so many diverse women now in the House and the Senate. So, like, we're off to a great start. But instead of starting off and then hitting a plateau, let's just keep hitting up and aiming for the stars. Like, let's never stop. So, to all of us black women out there, and shoot, even if you're not black women, just women in general.
When's the next election?
I think the next election is the presidential election, but I might be wrong.
Yeah, when is it? 2000 what? 20?
I think so, because then it'll be 2021 he gets. I will have to look that up. I don't know.
All I'm saying is Michelle Obama for president.
She's not going to do it. She already said it.
That sucks.
She said it in the interview.
Okay, Oprah then. Then again, I don't know. I mean, I like Oprah, but some stuff is not like.
Oh, no.
Sometimes I have to give her a side.
There's already a black woman who's going to run, announce her candidacy on MLK Day.
Who is this person?
I have to look it up, but one of my friends on Facebook posted the article.
All right, I'm with it. A black woman being president, like, that'll be hot. Like, let's do it.
So, yeah. So, yeah, women, 2019 is going to be our year. Honestly, that's all I'm going to say. Everything else I want to say can be said at another time. But, yeah, that's all we have for you guys today. Again, thank you for tuning in. Please like, comment, share this video. And I mean seriously, share this video. I'm not playing. Like,
share it to somebody. I mean, y'all don't even gotta watch the majority of the video and share it to somebody and just tell them, like, hey, watch like 5 minutes of it. Just I'm trying to get my cousin his YouTube money, and at least 3% of that may go to me.
Time out. I don't care about the money. I'm just using this as a platform to speak my mind. But
I know change in your pocket won't hurt, right?
I mean, it ain't gonna hurt. But
yes or no, will the change hurt in your pocket?
Anyways.
Yes or no?
No.
All right then.
Anyway, just please share the video, cause I feel like a lot of things that were said in this videos, there may be somebody in your life that may need to hear this. So,
right.
Like I said, just please like, comment, share this video.
Subscribe. Make sure that notification bell is on, please.
Hit that red subscribe button, please. Because trust me, this ain't going to be the last time you see her. And this ain't going to be the last time we have our little discussions.
Girl, I got to get my wigs ready.
Oh, my God. Anyways, again, guys, thanks for tuning in. And I'll see you guys in the next video.
Bye.